Welcome, audience. This is Transformers: The Last Night Review with Zachimus Prime. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I'd say that the biggest problem in the films is the huge amount of plot holes. And I think that the biggest plot hole out of all of them would be, the second biggest plot hole out of all of them would be, how the hell did Galvatron turn back into Megatron? Because in Age of Extinction, he was still Galvatron, which is the movie before The Last Night, but then when we get to The Last Night, we just see him as Megatron again, with no explanation for it whatsoever. Yeah, ridiculous. Well, there is a theory that may explain how Galvatron turned back into Megatron, and it is, right after Optimus Prime left the Earth at the end of Age of Extinction, then Galvatron also left the Earth, and somehow, I don't know how the hell he was able to leave Earth, because he has a truck alt mode, and he'd need the spaceship alt mode, or something, to leave the Earth. But anyway, he somehow left the Earth, beat Optimus Prime to Cybertron, found Quintessa, then Quintessa slapped him and gave him the red mark that Optimus Prime later gets, and then gives him a new body as well, and then he's turned back into Megatron with his new night body that the Guardian Knights have. And yeah, that's theory, which could be true, but yeah, it's still not good enough that we don't have an explanation for it in the film. And speaking of Cybertron, that brings us to our next plot hole, which may well be the biggest plot hole out of them all, is what the hell happened to Cybertron? Why is it all attached together with tendrils and shit now? I assume it must have something to do after the Battle of Chicago, in Dark of the Moon, where Bumblebee rugby tackles that pillar, the red one that controls all the rest of them, that's bringing Cybertron over to Earth, and he rugby tackles it quite like a badass and destroys it. And then the connection to Cybertron and the pillars, dragging Cybertron down to Earth, severed. And then Cybertron just collapses after that, and just literally collapses in a metal NATO, if you will. And there's just a storm of metal in space. And then you think Cybertron gets destroyed, but no, it clearly hasn't, because now we see it reattached together in Last Night. I assume that Quintessa must have done this and used her goddess powers to reconnect Cybertron as much as he could. And yeah, so that's massive plot hole as well, and she doesn't tell you what happened to Cybertron, and yet that is yet another thing that is not explained in this film, another huge thing that is not explained in this film. Yeah, very bad, most things in this film, unfortunately. But anyway, the next plot hole is Barricade just randomly appearing out of nowhere, and just with no explanation. It's another big plot hole. Where the hell has he been for the last two films? No, it doesn't tell us that either. And that is what I'll be talking about in part 2 of my Last Night review, and with some other stuff as well. And yeah, and that will finish off this 2-part review of Last Night, and why it just pretty much fails. And yeah, so that's it for this part, and I will catch you in the next part. And also, Transformers Stop Motion, the next episode will be out soon. I'm really sorry that I couldn't bring it out this month in September. My long haul's taken a lot longer than I expected to arrive, but he will be here soon. He was originally so he will be here soon. And as soon as I have him, I can do episode 4 stop motion. And yeah. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy. You can like or dislike, but please subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Zachimus Prime, signing off. Peace, guys.